Yo, what's up? You're off in God's country with your boys
Dan
and Reid Isbell, also known as the Brothers Hunt, where we take a weekly drive to the intersection of country music and the great outdoors. Two things go together like Illinois and Big Deer.
Or like Dolly Parton and Big Hair.
That's true.
Brought to you by
Really big
MeatEater.
hair.
And
Big
hey,
hair.
we're freestyling today. I don't know what he's going to say. He don't know what I'm going to say. Are you going first?
I guess.
Dang, I'm going to get the rhyme.
I don't have anything. Here we go.
Let's go.
Tacova's show now, baby.
Hey.
Tacova's sponsoring the show now, baby. New guy Ray done switched it up and dropped the jing on track.
I hope that you listen to this. Keep on coming back, cause Tacova's sponsoring the show now, baby. Halftime, man. I just want them to keep going.
Dude.
Ray, what did you do?
Ray done remix Ray. That was a hot track.
Oh, it blew I can't wait to see my face.
Play it one more time.
He has like dial it back up.
See, it's the same.
It's the same. So we thought
we didn't even know.
Did you know?
No. Dude, I literally have chill bumps.
Me too, man. What a jam. How did you do that? Ray, how did you do that?
Built it last night.
Remix
you a killer.
Ray, you son of a gun.
I think it's your remix Ray now. You just promoted from New Guy Ray to remix Ray.
That was nasty. Yeah, yes. Funny one.
He did another one.
Oh no, I want it. I want it. Oh. Did you play all that? Did you play that, Ray?
Yeah.
Jeez, that was nasty.
Bro,
what's happening?
Remix Ray, come on. Remix Ray, how about you come on our podcast? That was sick, bro.
He built the track.
That was sick.
Wow.
Dang.
That
blew my mind.
Yeah, okay.
That was so hot.
There's some
hot track.
New things happening.
Stay hot in there.
Stay
remix.
hot, Ray. Sheesh.
Yo, Drew Baldridge.
Yep. Inspirational.
Dude. This podcast flew by because a lot of it was him telling his story. Mm-hmm. And we talk about hunting a little bit at the beginning, but he's got one of the best, kind of like Josh Phillips, man, just like another just grassroots, had to go do it by himself.
Didn't take no for an answer.
Nothing to everything.
I mean, did you see in the part, there was a part of the show where I said labels had to be going nuts on you. He went zero. I didn't know that. Yeah. I assumed they were beating down the door with numbers like that. Well,
especially now. I mean, they would probably now, with TikTok being what it is. But back then, TikTok was still, the Wild West, and nobody knew. But man,
unbelievable!
Just a convicted dude that set out to do something that has never been done in country radio and freaking did it. And man, he's a great guy, humble. Got a lot of good things going for him. Is releasing a song. I don't know if it'll be out by the time this podcast comes out.
Friday. It'll be Friday.
So coming out the following Friday. But be sure to check it out, man. It's with Emily Ann Roberts. He did announce that last week. So, man, you're going to love this podcast. It's a really inspirational story. If you're thinking about giving up on anything, listen to this guy.
That's right. And find you a wife like his. Jeez.
Yeah, you'll change your mind.
That's awesome. Okay, I'm smell something. Smell something.
What if it was like
okay. Can you do that? Because I think this is in.
Oh, keep it going.
I think this was in lyric form. Will it keep going, Ray? All right, here you go. From Fire Department 56 to the tune of Yellow Submarine. Well, this ain't Yellow Submarine, buddy, but I'll rap it for you. Ready?
1, 2, Trace, Quattro.
Blaming all on our roots, these Tacova boots. We ruin your Tuesday morning drive. It's too fast. Give me a slower one. Can you get a slower one or no?
Blame it all on our roots. East Dakota.
It was too fast. I couldn't keep up. I was like, shit, I can't read that fast.
Putting Ray on the spot.
All right, look. All right. It's supposed to be the tune of Yellow Submarine, but we're going to do it to the tune of Blame It All on Our Roots. And these Dakota boots, we ruined your Tuesday morning drive. We were gonna bore you to tears, talking about Dan's deer and Reid's big marketplace dive. We could have a good show if we just come to know when to shut up and let our guests speak. But we want all you to know we're better than few at shooting turkeys in the beak. No, it is friends in low places.
Yeah, it sounds like it, yeah.
Because we got friends in high places that will take us on a hunt. None towed our gun cases cause this whole show's a front. I don't know what happens here. We're worse than okay when we would fall on our faces, but we know people, so we're off to the races. Yeah, we got friends in high places. I'm down.
Okay.
Well, it should have just said it's to the tune of Friends in High Places instead of Yellow Submarine.
Yeah, that's interesting.
Honestly, one of my favorite podcasts. I listen regardless to who the guest is. Just wish someone would show y'all how to turkey hunt. Hey, Fire Department 56.
Oh, you want to show us?
Ain't nobody need to show me.
That's a good time to do the turkey go.
I know. Even though I didn't cuss, maybe you should throw that on there. If there's some things in my life that I need help with.
Hey, and don't be telling our secrets, dude.
But turkey hunting ain't one of them.
Don't be
baby.
telling people this is a front to go on more hunts.
Yeah, kind of
front to hunt.
Yeah, you seem like you know it's
You know
Fire
what I'm
Department 56. Drew Baldridge, listen to it, be inspired, go have a great day, and
That's right.
we'll catch you next
I
time.
gotta go write a song.
See you, bye. Today we have the Illinois Kid #1 song singing and writing dadding highest charting independent artist ever on country airplay chart. Billboard has over 1.1 billion streams.
That's B. That's
with
B.
a B,
Billion
big
with a
old
B.
B. And across his platforms, we got Drew Baldridge.
Hey, glad to be here, y'all.
Today.
Glad to be here. What's up, guys?
Good to see you, pal.
You do that every week.
Yeah, way better than that.
That was pretty good, I thought.
Hey, dude, you did great.
Except you're like this.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, because I've never done it. I've
Made me
never
feel
done
good.
it.
Made me feel like I need to bring
It's
you out on
true.
the
There you
road and
go.
start
Yeah,
everything on stage.
That's the
Please,
thing.
dude. Get me out of here.
You just gotta hype the artist
I
up.
feel like you could have
Yeah,
been a
make us
better.
feel good.
I felt like you could have been a better supporter right there.
Well, I was just kind of just like rating.
You're just kind of sitting there like this.
I was rating your
Yeah.
your
Introduction.
intro. Yeah.
Well, how did I do?
Ray, give him a sound on how he did.
One up. He's looking one up.
Dog barking.
That's my dog. That's what he's saying.
Yeah, you can only hear it.
I was just saying, I'm going to put my headphones on to hear how this was rated.
sound
But you
effects.
sound really good on there.
Hey,
You got a voice for radio. You got a face for radio.
man, I got a face for radio, that's for sure.
No, you got a
Especially
good face.
this morning.
We got a face for radio. You're actually a good looking kid, man.
Yeah, no doubt. Thanks for hanging out, man.
Man, thanks so much for having me. This is awesome. Glad
Yeah.
to be here.
Were you that guy in high school that was just like turning hot chicks down because you were like,
Man, I only had 5 girls in my class.
Really?
So one was my cousin. So it was like four
Four and a
chicks.
half.
25%
4.5
chance.
knocks it
chicks.
down to 4.5?
Yeah, it depends on where you're from.
Yeah, she's only my third cousin.
Oh, that's
Dan kissed one of his cousins.
dude.
so it's
I
all-
didn't know, and she was not our cousin. She was our cousin by,
No, dude,
By marriage.
No, bro, we had like.
and
my,
I didn't know, and it was way.
It was like my grandmother came over to like eat spaghetti
No,
with us or
grandmother
something.
was never there.
And no, Meemaw. And
She was
Dan-
not there, dude.
Dan brought this girl over and
It
they
was
started
just
talking.
Mom-
and she was
Mom
like,
put it-
"Oh yeah, I think."
Dang. Who's that guy that got that song called That's Your Cousin? Have you heard that?
No, dude.
Oh my gosh, man. It sounds just like this story. He's a Canadian artist. Great Canadian artist. Why can't I think of his name? We're going to figure it out after this because I'm going to play it for you because it sounds like it's your song. Bro.
That's your.
Well,
cousin.
here's the truth.
That's your cousin.
She went to my high school. I'd grown up with this person my entire life. Comes over for dinner one night. Mom's like, "Now I think we were related to some," and says her last name. And she's like, "What?" And I was like,
Mom's like
I'm
big
dying.
family church, like
I'm
link,
dying.
you know,
Linking it all
"Oh yeah,
together.
she can." This is way before the linealogy thing, whatever that is, Ancestry.com. She was like, "Yeah, so and so," and I was just sitting there like, turning my fork in my spaghetti like, oh my God.
I was like this.
You're like, oh man, this
Yeah,
is
big mouth
Who's,
of water.
who's your dad again? Yeah. Who's your dad's brother that used to live in
Anyway.
Mississippi?
That's
It didn't
amazing.
work out, thank God. So we're all good. Anyway,
Thank God.
I might have accidentally kissed my marriage cousin for sure.
Hey, that is 100% this song. We're gonna find it. Right
Okay,
after
we'll
this.
find it.
I'm
That's
sorry for you.
crazy.
All right, jeez. Ugh.
Hey, my wife wanted me to ask you before we got into this whole thing. She saw a picture of Dolly, of a Playboy Dolly
gosh,
thing,
yeah.
What?
signed and gave it to you.
Yeah.
What's the story on that?
So my wife, she worked at a really awesome dental office in town called Dr. Dennis Wells, and Dolly's been going there for years and years and years. And my wife just really created this relationship with Dolly.
Dang.
And I was always like, Katie, you need to like get something and have her sign it. So we always have it.
Yeah.
And for some reason, my wife chose a 1975
This Playmate.
Playboy magazine
With
that
Dolly
she
on the
found, an authentic magazine that my wife found online.
That's pretty awesome, honestly.
And it's awesome. Like it, you know how, we have a piano at our house, and it would, you set your music on the piano to play at it. Ours is Dolly in the Playboy magazine.
Heck yeah.
So every time you sit down, you see this, and it has her signature on, and it's actually, we kept it in like the sleeve or whatever, so it stays authentic. But
That's awesome.
it's pretty cool. It's something that we really cherish because it's pretty awesome.
Yeah, it's
And we
awesome.
got to play with Dolly at the Ryman one time, and that was pretty.
Did you meet her? You talked to her?
Yeah.
What's she
I got to
like?
talk
What's
to
she
her.
like?
She's so super.
heard she's
cool.
awesome.
Yeah,
Yeah.
super cool. What you see is what you get, and that's just who she is. But she's been really nice to my wife. I think my wife, Dolly, is one of the first people to find out that my wife was pregnant with our little boy. 'Cause it was
that's crazy.
A couple of days afterwards or whatever, my wife was in there working on Dolly and was nervous. And Dolly, I guess, was like, "What's going on?" She goes, "Well, I'm pregnant."
That's awesome,
pretty cool.
man.
Yeah, that's cool. Did y'all see where she recently? They were going to
Dude, I
erect
saw this.
a statue of her.
Yep.
Okay, so everybody saw
It's
this,
legendary.
and she was like, "Although I'm flattered, I wish we would focus our attention more towards some of the other tragedies that
Yeah,
are
she's.
going
I
on
don't
in
think it's a
America."
good time to be.
She's like,
be focusing on
when I'm
me
dead and
when-
gone, y'all can do that, and that'll be amazing. But as of right now,
That's crazy. That's.
I'd be like,
Yeah.
pull it up. son. I mean,
Put me up on that.
I mean,
till it turns out like that Dwayne Wade one that looks nothing like.
Nothing like him.
wasn't there a video of him going like,
Yeah, he's like,
"Who is
what?
this?"
Yeah.
Yeah, that's amazing.
I feel like they could get Dolly right though. She's so
Oh
iconic.
man,
Well,
yeah.
I mean, all I'd have to do is get a couple things right, and you know who it was.
Couple things.
What you mad at? Let's go.
Yeah, that's amazing.
See if we're in the key. Try it. What key you think it is?
What song?
What you mad
Close,
at?
man. Really
That was
close.
pretty good. That was pretty good, bro.
I got perfect pitch. Just tell me what it is, what you're mad at. Is it your in-laws' kids? Might be your boss man or your neighbor's cat. Just tell us what you're mad at.
Love it.
Thanks, man.
Thanks, man.
Yeah, I was,
We
I
ride
was acting
ditties.
like I knew that song already. It feels so iconic.
You know,
write-
Cassius
we write-
Culpepper did the same thing. He did the same thing you just did.
Like,
He finishes
finish it out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He did it on Monday. That's cool.
I hadn't even thought about mine, so y'all go.
Man,
Okay,
I
you
can go.
Yeah,
Go,
go.
go, dude.
I can go. I've been thinking about this. So over the weekend, we played 4 shows, and man, all like headline long shows. And so like, I'm mad at my voice right now. It's
is it
real.
tripping?
It's tripping out on me a little bit. It's hard to. I'm hoping by Friday when we hit back on the road again, it's back working like it should be.
Well,
working.
we won't make you sing too much. Then.
No, dude,
I didn't
we're
know
good.
you were-
What's your like remedy? What do you do?
Man, most of the time I just take some time.
Rest?
Yeah, rest. And we haven't been getting a lot of that. I mean, shoot, we played Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Sunday we were in northern Wisconsin.
Dang, dude, that's like a long ways away.
Yeah. And then we had a music video shoot on Monday. And a music video shoot lasted till 2 a.m. And then it was like, then yesterday was we were supposed to write yesterday. And I was like, yo,
Yeah.
Ain't happening.
I'm not writing today. Like I gotta rest. And so yeah,
I got
like right
this
now,
huge podcast
Yeah,
tomorrow.
I got my
gotta-
huge podcast tomorrow. I got to talk.
You
Yeah.
probably should have written and canceled this.
No, dude. I'm glad to be here. But it's just like right now I'm mad at my voice, but it's already gotten so much better since, Sunday after singing. It's hard when you're just singing 90-minute sets.
Oh man, every night.
My problem is I get too into it. I'm up there and I'm like, I forget I got to watch what I'm doing. But when the energy's there, I'm like screaming. I'm like, let's freaking go.
You're that guy. You're an energy guy.
Yeah.
I remember doing that. We used to play like when I was trying to do the artist thing. Dan was in my band because that's the only way I'd do it.
And he would 6 minutes.
He would lean over, like I'd be singing a song, and he would like play. He'd be playing rhythm, and he'd come over and he'd go, "You got to chill out." Like he's like, "You got to quit screaming." Because I was screaming. I mean, I would yell. I'd be singing at the top of my lungs as hard as I could go.
Smith. You remember that Fort Smith with that guy try to get us?
Mm-hmm.
Fort Smith,
Arkansas. Mm-hmm. It's like a double room, and
I'm mad at that guy. That's what I'll be mad at. That's what I'll be mad at.
That's a good story. Tell a story.
So we played, right? Like literally, we played 3 weekends, and Reid was like, "I'm missing the opener of bow season. I ain't doing this anymore." We're like, literally, okay. We just wrote this entire project. Like we had written upwards of 20 songs. He had cut 6. And when he figured out that he was going to miss opening weekend of bow season with me and Dad in Wayne County, he was like,
I never went on the road again.
That was it.
Wow.
Because he was like, "Hey, we got some stuff this weekend." I was like, "Oh, well, you're on your own." He's like, "What?" And I was like, "Yeah, I'm going to bow openers this weekend." He was like, "Do what?"
Yeah.
I was like,
you going?
It was right when we started getting that velvet season. We got like an early velvet.
I was like, "Wait, you don't just go play every once in a while? You play every day?"
Every freaking weekend.
Yeah, every weekend?
Multiple times a weekend. So we go to Fort Smith, Arkansas, and we had to be in Elotes the next day, right? So we were dependent on
John T. Floors.
We were dependent on the money we got from the gigs to get us to wherever, So we get to Fort Smith, we go to play this venue, and we were under the impression that we had to play 45 minutes, right?
Yeah.
Well, when we get there, all the sheets, that they put up for what time things happen, it has us playing a 30-minute set. And I was like, oh, sick, because we could barely make it to 45, So we play 30 minutes and just full energy, 30 minutes, bam, get off stage. Blackberry Smoke goes on after us, and the venue owner comes to the back of the thing. Now, keep in mind, I've been gigging for 20 years.
Yeah.
Up until this point. This is Reid's first rodeo. And me and Reid were always he was like, I was like, it's like, you're the singer or whatever, but this is my gig.
Yeah, let me run.
And he's like, no, I got it. This is my gig, so whatever. So the venue owner comes back to me, or he's looking, I see him talking to somebody, and our little guitar player was like, he didn't know what was going on,
Yeah.
So I was like, everything cool over here? He's like, you Reid? And I was like, no. He goes, where's Reid? I was like, he's out there meeting fans like he's supposed to be doing, but I'm pretty sure I'm the guy you're looking for. And he was like, well, y'all went 15 minutes short. And I was like, no, we went the allotted time on the sheet. I said, I was under the impression it was 45 minutes. I talked to the guy. He said 30. And I was like, and he had the guy that told me 30 standing next to him like a little, he was like, shaking his boots. And he's like, well, what? I'm going to have to dock y'all's pay. And I was like, no, you're not. And he was like,
dang.
He's like, yeah, you are. And I was like, no, man, we got to have that money to get to. And he's like, this is one of y'all's first shows, isn't it? And I was like, yeah. And he's like, I thought I'd teach y'all a little lesson. I was like, you can teach me anything you want to after you lay $1,000 in my hand, but up until then, you can't teach me shit, brother. What are we talking about here? And so our guitar player, Reid's guitar player, was like, I mean, he was scared. He was like, what is happening? And so the guy was like, go get him their money, whatever. They got the money. And I said, man, we'll pop up and play 15 minutes after Blackberry Smoke if you want us to make up for it. But like, we got to have that money or we can't get to Texas.
Give me my money.
Ain't no gas, though.
Yeah,
give me my money.
Yeah. So anyway, Reid gets wind of it. He comes back to the van. We got our money. We're leaving. And the little guitar player, I'll never forget, he was like, man, I was ready, dude. I was over there like I was going to swing on that guy. Like I was just waiting on you to make a move, Dan.
I was going to have
and
your
that
back.
sounds like I'm not some big tough guy. I just, dude, that's been happening to me for 20 years.
Yeah.
Club owner's been trying to not pay me for 20. I can smell it from a
mile away. Oh, yeah.
And so Reid got in the van. He's like, hey, man, that's yours, dude. That's your band, dude.
Yeah, you take care of it.
That's amazing. And he's like, you know what? Screw it, I'm hunting anyway.
Yeah, and then he was like, I'm quitting.
I'm out.
Yeah, he knew the whole time.
He knew the whole time he's quitting it.
Mad at anything? I'm not, man.
I just looked up on my little what you mad at notes and
I have one of those
phone.
too. Yeah.
And it says Southwest Wi-Fi and the movie's not working.
Oh,
That's real.
Yeah, it was real. It was real. I was excited about finishing the movie last time I was flying.
what movie was it?
Usually start a movie going somewhere and then finish it on the way back. What movie was it?
I do hate those 30 minutes after you finish it and you're still not going to land. For
Oh, dude, it's the worst.
Yeah, it's the worst. And you just got to stand there and stare at
everybody else.
Yeah. I don't remember what movie it was. I don't remember.
There's rarely any.
It was. I ended up finishing it the other day. It was Maverick, the new Top Gun.
Good. Oh, sick,
Bro,
it's good.
Really?
So good.
Yeah, it's good.
So good.
You should check it out.
Yeah, it's
I
killer.
will. Okay.
It's killer.
All right.
Where you from? Where'd you grow up?
Man, I grew up in Southern Illinois.
Did you not read your sheet?
Little town called.
That was the question, bro. Let the guy speak.
I'm just saying it. You should have read your sheet.
Read your sheet. Be
You
prepared.
bought me out for it.
It says grew up in Southern Illinois. I'm just starting a conversation here.
No,
Okay.
a little town called Patoka, and so it's like town of 500 people, big farm in town.
Where is that compared to? You know where Fairfield is?
Oh yeah. Everybody from Nashville goes hunting in Fairfield.
Yeah.
That's what I learned. But it's like an hour, probably 15, 20 minutes north, west of Fairfield.
Okay.
Do you guys go to a town called Mount Vernon when you go to Fairfield or not?
No, but I know where that's at.
Yeah, we're like 45 minutes north of there.
Okay.
So, I mean, being from Illinois, deer hunting is just a big part of your life, you know?
on.
And so it was such a small town, 500 people. I was talking about this to somebody yesterday and they couldn't believe it, but it was like, you know, Illinois, you can't hunt rifle. It's only shotgun.
That's right.
And because it's so flat. So we,
Like a 10-day season, 12, 14?
3-day.
3-day shotgun
Yeah.
season.
So you get Friday, Saturday, Sunday. And then the first week of December, it goes 4 days. But most of the time that hunt kind of sucks because so many people come to Illinois to hunt. So, you know, your first 3 days, Friday, Saturday, shotgun.
That's hot. That's hot.
That's hot. Yeah. That's when you want to be out there. So Friday every year is deer day. Still to this day at a school. Like
Really?
it's a holiday.
Dang, that's sick.
You get
Take
off
it
school?
You get off school.
No way.
Yeah, it's deer day. Yeah, deer day and
I love that.
Different kind of D-Day right there.
yeah, different kind of D-Day for sure, especially for the deer. It's definitely deer day. And so Friday, Saturday, you know, we just hunt for 3 days straight. Obviously, you know, you bow hunt, that starts October 1st and you can do that. But shotgun season, it's fun too because it's like it's still so hard with a shotgun. And they're making stuff that shoot out a little further. But growing up, it was just like
You got a slug.
the same. Yeah, I mean it's still slug hunting, but you know you get like an H&R that can go like 100 yards or something, 150 if you're lucky. But growing up, it'd be like, oh, we're going dove season. You know, same bird gun you're hunting with your deer with. You know, it's the same thing. You're just using a slug.
Yeah.
And so it was a good way to grow up, man. I loved it there.
You got siblings?
Older brother.
Okay.
Yeah.
Have you ever shot a slug out of I don't know if I ever have.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, bro.
Yeah.
Blow your shoulder
Yeah.
off.
Well, it'll take you out. It'll take you
Yeah.
out.
I think everywhere we were just straight muzzleloader here. So
Gotcha.
no shotgun season, right? I don't think there's a shotgun season in Tennessee.
Well, it's just primitive weapon.
Yeah, so we always just,
Muzzleloader. You can use rifle here.
Yeah. For about 3 months.
dude, our rifle season is nuts. I remember talking to you about deer hunting in Tennessee, and you were like, man.
I just don't do it.
Yeah, he just don't do
I
it.
just go up to
I don't
Illinois.
blame him.
I mean, I get it.
Yeah.
I wouldn't
And
either.
especially too, because it's like I don't have ground here, and it was like growing up, we had a farm, so it was like we had our spots
Yeah.
that we picked, and honestly too, it was one of those things where we've had stands in those trees for 15, 20 years.
Because by this point, you know.
Where they're coming out, like the stands are almost grown into the trees.
Yeah, man.
Those kind of stands. And so it was like, I don't want to go. First off here, I don't have time to go scout and be like,
No,
where's it
you
at?
ain't got time.
What's this? Now I just like, okay, deer season. Okay, it's up there. I'll just go to the stand that
This week, this
Exactly.
time,
Yeah.
Boom.
This part of
probably
the
be
year.
some deer movement.
Oh, they're moving? Okay, let me come up there and try to find some time to come up there.
It's also like super special too to have that place. Like we've got that same place in West Tennessee that my daddy's been hunting for literally. I mean, I'm 37 years old. He's been hunting for 30 years. And I mean, it's like we killed our first deer there. We spent our, off days, the weekends up there working and it's still the exact same right now as it was back then. They've cut some timber off of it, but at the same time, it's like when you go down there, it makes you just feel like a kid again. Like
Oh,
it makes
100%.
it takes you back to those. I mean, the beginning days of getting in the woods and seeing deer move and starting to pattern and kind of figure it out and find like when you fell in love with it back then, it kind of takes you back to that every time you get to go back to one of those farms.
Yeah, and for me, it was almost as much fun deer hunting as it is deer camp. you know,
man.
like we would all my cousins and my brother and my nephew, and we'd go sit in the stand and we'd come back and give each other crap. Who missed?
Man, give me a good old deer camp memory. I don't care if it's deer getting killed. I don't care if it's something y'all ate. Give me one that you remember. Give me a deer story.
Deer story. I have so many of them. I'm thinking back to what's fun is, you know, I was the youngest of all of my cousins and my brother. I was the baby of everything. And so
You probably saw a lot of deer come through that camp.
a lot of deer come through that camp, a lot of deer, and
A lot of big deer.
a lot of big deer. And we would do this too sometimes where, you know, we like to stand hunt, but we own so much, you know, handful of ground. We would walk too.
Oh, yeah.
We'd do some driving and stuff. And some people might talk down on driving and everything.
Do
but,
they?
But I remember this one. It was our buddy Andy, and I was walking through, and I could see him almost on the other side, because we walked through this big bottom and come out, and it's on this hill, and I could, and this open flat like CRP kind of field, and I could see him on the other side in his orange, and it was this me and this, I don't know, 10-acre CRP patch, probably, and
So you making a lot of noise while you're walking?
oh
through
yeah.
there?
Ooh, I can't even do it right now because my voice sucks. But like high pitched, you know, hooting, hollering,
Get
all
'em
the
up,
things.
okay.
Yeah,
Get them going.
but also sometimes I'm like, I'm just gonna be quiet. Maybe I'll get to shoot. Maybe I'll get to shoot this motherfucker. You know. And I remember walking through there and kind of being quiet, and then I see the CRP field, and I could see him on the other side, and I was like, man, it's over. Like there ain't nothing in here. I'm just gonna start walking through the CRP, and I'm down on this side of this hill coming up, and at the top of the hill, I see the biggest buck of my entire life.
No way.
Of my entire life. And I can, after this, I'll show you what it was on, I'll go through his Facebook or something. It was years ago. And like I pulled up on it. I couldn't even, he was gone over top of the hill. And that time I just hear him, cow, cow, cow. I hear my buddy Andy shooting, and I'm like, there ain't no way he hit that mother. It's so hard to hit a deer full run.
Yeah,
So hard. And we got shotguns, you know,
Even
out here
twice
trying to
as
roll them
hard.
like rabbits.
Yeah.
And all I hear is BBD, BB, you know, big buck down.
He's hollering.
He's screaming, boys, screaming at the top of his lungs. And I still get fired up thinking about
How far is he from you at this moment?
Man, he's maybe 70 yards, but he's above a hill.
Yeah, he's over the crest.
He's over the crest. So there was like, he couldn't see. I mean, he wasn't going to shoot me or anything. He's over
no.
But he was like 70 yards from me. And I can still see that deer in my like.
So you walk up on it.
And I walk up on it, and it is a stud. I mean,
I can't wait to see the pictures.
I mean, maybe close to 200, you know, stud. And I was just like, oh man. But also I remember like being the youngest of the group when my nephew started hunting. That was cool because I would take him. And that was like my first, like being with him and watching him shoot his first deer and being there. And then like, you know, making him gut the deer and like, hey, bro, you got to put war paint on. You know, put your war paint on his face, put it on his, and just, I've never had that experience being with somebody and shooting their first deer. And that was a cool moment being with my nephew and watching that.
It's wild how that takes place, how you feel yourself go from like the shooter.
being mad at him.
Yeah, to like, see it, you start transitioning into this person that loves the camp. And then there's these young guys, ours nephews for us, it was nephews for us too. And it'll be our kids eventually, but it was nephews first. And man, just seeing them get to figure it out is almost better than learning yourself.
It is.
You know?
And just seeing I remember him like shooting his first deer and almost shaking out the tree.
Oh,
you know, that deer fever. He's just shaking. I'm like, calm down, buddy. Calm down, buddy. Just put it on. You know, that was just as cool doing it yourself as it was watching through his eyes.
For sure.
It just like talking about it. I've got a 3-year-old little girl, and we'll read books, and she like we got a book called My First Hunting Story. And it's about a daughter and a daddy going, and the daughter, and she's like, can I go? Are we gonna go deer hunting this year?
Oh,
and I'm
awesome.
like, yeah, we'll go this year. You know, I won't take a gun. I might take a bow just in case something happens, but we'll go sit in a box blind and get out there and let her experience a little bit, you know, bite off a little bit of it.
Yeah, that's what we did with Liza. I mean, I didn't even take a gun. We just took a bunch of snacks. There was a food plot I knew they were hitting like crazy. We just sat in a blind, and I think God kind of made this happen. He just there were 2 little bucks up there, and they kind of fought a little bit. They pushed back and forth.
Dang,
and she
that's
was
awesome.
just, I mean, she's eating Cheez-Its watching this like it was a movie, you know.
I have my little boy's 2.5, and right now it's been really hard the last couple of years to even hunt, and it's been very frustrating.
Yeah, dude, there ain't no time
with our career, and so getting up there, like I was telling my wife last night, I was like, I want to hunt this year. She goes, well, when are you gonna do it? Like you got to be a dad, come back here, do it. And I was like, yeah. So I'm really excited when he's like, I got to take my son.
I got one of those.
He's
not
excited.
Bond with him.
Daddy,
He'll be not bond with my
Daddy,
son.
can we go? Yeah. He wants to go.
I mean, I guess I'm gonna have to.
I
don't even want it.
You say no to him. You tell him no, I ain't going.
Yeah, Daddy can't go. Oh, you tell him.
Yeah, I've kind of found that like in this stage of life, in this window of life, and we've all got young ones. It's like, it's almost that like the preparation for hunting is the time in the woods you get. You know what I'm saying? Like we do get to do some hunting just because, it's part of kind of our job a little bit. It's not, we don't get paid for it, but it's good to go do it at times with certain folks and do the thing. But like,
at least that's the excuse we use.
Yeah, that's what you can
that's
tell
what
everybody.
our wives believe.
No, don't reveal our secrets.
We got a podcast called God's Country with a deer symbol.
A lot of
above it.
deer around here.
But like I find myself wanting to get out there more, like now, like in the summer or spring, trying to just prep for it, get things ready, and that becomes just as important as being able to hunt in the fall. Just time away and time in the woods and kind of set your mind right.
Yeah.
That brings me to an interesting thing I wanted to actually do for the first time on here. I
don't know about this.
Experienced something with my wife this morning, and I thought, man, that would make a great segment. And I think that it would be called "Things You Don't Say to Your Wife." So I don't know what. Let's think about it. Let's write a little riff right here. I think it's something like, if you wanna be happy for the rest of your life, maybe you should take our advice.
Yeah.
Here's a list of things you don't say.
You should never say.
You should never say to your wife.
Try it again.
If you wanna be happy for the rest of your life, then
You should probably
take our advice. Yeah. And here's a list of things.
Here's a list of things that
You should never say to your wife.
All right.
Something like that.
Yeah,
I like
pretty
it.
good.
Yeah.
We'll figure it out.
Yeah, let's cook on
So
that.
rough. All right.
I like it.
I'll go first since I came up with it. This morning, she says from the bathroom, "Hey, Dan, now I'm mid cooking eggs, and I care about my eggs.
They gotta
because
be right.
They gotta be right because my kids won't eat them if they're not right,
Oh, dang.
and I need them to eat them.
Yeah.
So heads
And
up,
right is whipping them good.
mega whip.
Mega like
Put a little
no
milk in them. Little.
Well, I got some lactose running around.
Gotcha.
So I stay away. I'm not. I would.
Yeah.
If I didn't have my kids with their stuff, I would put.
so
some
you
milk
can't
in
go cheese in them either then.
Ooh.
I can do a little, but they don't want cheese. They just want straight egg,
Cooked right.
salt,
Salt, pepper.
Salt, pepper.
no pepper. Don't dab no pepper on my stuff. Now I like pepper, but Boone likes pepper. Liza don't
just
like
a little
pepper.
bit.
She don't want it. She wants plain eggs. She wants to see the salt on the plate. Otherwise,
dang.
you didn't do it.
You didn't do it right.
So
Well, that's also so she can just lick her finger and then do like this and eat the salt.
anyway, beside the point. I'm mid egg, bacon in the air fryer,
Whipping in the kitchen
and I have just
like Kane.
now. Listen, when I wake up in the morning, it is contacts, rip a piss. Then it's like dog out the kennel, put the stuff on the dog so you can track the dog. Baby needs diaper thing. Kids need Paw Patrol. Get breakfast started. I mean, it is go, dude.
You got your go mode.
Yeah, it ain't no hanging out, right? So I'm mid. She's back there getting ready for work, and she goes, "Hey, could you change Buck's diaper?" I said no. Straight up, I was like, no.
Is that the thing you shouldn't say to your
She was
wife?
like,
is
"What?
no?
Never say no.
I'm getting to that. That is one thing you should never say to your wife. But also, I said, no, I can't. Like, I'm mid this. I can't do it. She, well, okay, fine then. I'll just. And so she takes the baby. She goes back to the back. She changes it after. She comes back and she's like, I mean, I got to go to work, Dan. I don't know what you want me to do. I was like, maybe get up earlier.
There it is. Yeah.
That's a
Friends.
good one. Good call, Ray.
That
Pro.
is something that you don't say to your wife.
Okay.
You got one?
I mean, I'm
Anything
sure
comes to mind?
There's plenty.
Anything comes to mind that you shouldn't say to your wife?
Man, I'm sure there's plenty. Me and my wife, we're in this thing where, you know, she's stay-at-home mom, which is super hard job. And
that's a job, dude.
That's a job.
People may think that's just chilling. No, sir.
No.
That is a hard job with little kids.
No. And so
a lot of people would much rather be working.
Yeah,
for sure.
100%. And
me.
And so, you know, our biggest thing right now is just, I'm on the road. And so when I come home, I'm tired too. She's tired too.
Everybody's tired, yeah.
And balancing that has been so hard. And I've said, you know, once or twice probably of like, you know, well, what do you do here? Give me the want. Give me the want.
Give him the want, Ray.
Right, get on it.
Yeah. And that
What'd you do all day?
Yeah, what do you do all day?
Oh
man.
my
And that was what'd you do all day? Why didn't you get him taken to his thing? You know? And it was like, oh man.
We're all fighting the same battle.
What do you do all day is a good one.
Nothing coming to mind, dude. I know you said some stuff.
Yeah,
man.
I mean, I probably.
I wish Jordan was
You
here.
gotta say you need to get Jordan in here. She got a list. She keeps on her phone. I guarantee it.
She got a folder full of
A folder.
Okay, so don't say you should get up earlier to your wife.
Yeah.
And also don't say, well, what'd you do all day?
Yeah.
Those are two great examples of what not to say to your wife.
100%.
Yeah.
Okay,
if
now,
I think of one,
now you can move on.
Yeah, if we think of one, we'll go from there.
All right.
Okay, good segment.
I like that segment. I think that one
one.
might stay. If we do things to not say things to our wives.
Do you do any other type of hunting? Do you do like do you fish? You duck hunt?
I try to. I love, you know, my favorite hunting growing up was deer hunting, and then second was probably dove hunting.
Okay.
I really loved dove hunting, probably because my best friend did a lot of dove season, and I love eating dove.
I do too.
Just poppers. Just
man,
jalapeno cream cheese.
Well, not even that. Just like wrap it in bacon and put some barbecue sauce on
Dude,
the
it's
grill.
fire.
And they're so easy to clean. You know, like that's the thing that I love hunting and stuff. And I also I'm a big believer. You shoot something, you better eat it.
Yeah,
you know.
Same.
And so sometimes some of that stuff just takes forever. And then the dove, it's just like boom.
Yep.
Rip it right out.
Ready to go.
On the grill.
On the grill, instantly. And so I love dove hunting. And then growing up, I have a lot of memories coon hunting.
Really?
And me and my grandpa was a big coon hunter.
That's something we never did, man. We never got into it.
Oh man,
He had dogs.
Dogs, yeah.
dude.
We had dogs, and I spent so many memories in the dark in the woods, sitting on a log next to my grandpa, just waiting on a dog to bark.
That's
you know, and that was some of my best memories with my grandpa. And now, you know, they're not worth anything, because back then you get $20-$30 for a big coon. We go out, you know, you kill 5 or 6 of them, you could have $150 a night or whatever. And so
Dang,
I just think my
be
grandpa
fun.
had this old Bronco that was just like so old, the corn was growing in the floorboards.
Smell it.
Oh yeah. And in the back you'd have our dog named Brownie, and Brownie would be in the back of the with you. You could pet him, you know, and it was just some great memories with my grandpa sitting down there and hear the dog bark. And then, you know, you just hunt with 22s, and you go see them up on a tree, pop them, you know, and they'd fall to the ground. It was always a fight with the dog and the coon. And that was a lot of my cold night, winter night falls was with my grandpa.
So it's in the fall. Yeah, I guess it would be in the fall. Yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah. I mean, that's totally different than this, but yeah, it was a lot of memories. Doing that, a lot of coyote hunting too.
Really?
Yeah.
We didn't do much coyote hunting. We just kind of shot them when we saw them, to be honest with you, and hoped that it was in season. But it always was.
Da-da.
Yeah, always was.
Yeah.
Yeah, we don't like coyotes.
Let's talk about some music, man.
What is that?
That's a big
Is it
thunderstorm.
raining
Is
outside?
that it really?
Yes.
Dang.
I thought it was a Harley out there revving.
I was like, man, are y'all used to hearing this all the time?
No, dude. I looked at him
wasn't gonna
and
say
was like,
anything.
what is happening over there? Yeah, you were really pro about that.
I was just like letting her
It
cook.
scared me to death, and he was just steady.
No, a little morning shower, dude.
Yeah, sounds like it.
Pouring though. Kind of give us just like a rundown of how it got started for you.
Yeah, man. I moved to Nashville
100 years ago.
100 years ago.
I remember you when you were like 10 years old here.
Bro, yeah. I moved here teenager. I was a teenager.
I know you
For
were.
real? For real?
I remember.
Yeah, I just turned 19 when I moved
Yeah,
here.
Rusty got you.
Yeah. And
Were you doing the thing already in Illinois?
I was. So I started playing bars. I mean, I started singing in church first was where it was. And I had a buddy that played in my class. And then he was one of the best guitar players still to this day. And he did have like perfect pitch. He'd be one of those guys you'd play.
Wait, are you questioning me?
I'm questioning you.
Yeah.
No, I'm just kidding.
That was pretty good.
It was pretty awesome.
Close. Yeah, it was like.
But he was one of those guys that could play
pitch.
anything with strings. And like by 13, he was tri-state banjo champ.
Wow.
Like
Dang.
of Illinois, Missouri, and Indiana. And he was just like that good. And that's where I learned to play acoustic guitar. And so we would play, I call them old folk dances, but we would go to like the Moose Lodge, and they would have once a month, they would want old country music. And I would sit off to the side and just watch their hands.
Bro, what would y'all play? What songs?
Oh,
Anything?
man. And then, I got swinging doors, a jukebox, and a bar stool. Like
Man.
all Merle Haggard and Johnny Cash. I only had like a couple songs I'd get up and sing because I was still so learning. I'd get up and sing Folsom Prison, Ring of Fire, that kind of stuff. But he would play all that stuff, 15, 16, and I would just sit side stage and watch his hands. And then I remember we would have bonfires as buddies, and friends would come over. And his dad was there around one night, and we were singing Long Dick Bottle, let go of my hand. Yeah, and so he would sing all the harmonies, and he was incredible. And his dad came out and was like, you boys can make a lot of money, Drew, if you learn to play that guitar. You can probably play local bars around here. I was like, are you serious? It's like, we just played around the fire as friends. And I always loved singing and doing it, but I was also so involved in sports. And so I started going to those old folk dances, started playing, and then we played some of our first shows and we called it John and Drew. And we played, this bar down the road from us called Slow Joe's. And
Slow Joe. That's a good name for a bar.
Slow Joe's. And man, it got to the point where we couldn't fit any person in the bar.
Really?
Just the two of us. And we'd play for 4 hours, sometimes 5, 6.
That's awesome.
People would come up and request it. And he could play. And at that time, I remember being so blown away, he could play any song.
Wow.
That anybody requested, and I would just, all right. And then we'd have a book, because it was before like you could really look stuff up on the internet.
Yeah.
So we just have a book, and we'd flip through and print out lyrics. And
That's exactly what me and Jamie did. We would print out chord charts.
Yeah.
And then lyrics. And then we had a folder. Giant binder. And we would just flip through.
Flip through it, sit up there in 2 stools.
That's right.
Sing all night. And that's where it really started. The bug started for me. And then I came down here at 18 and met with some folks, and I was going to college up and by home, and I told my mom, I was like, look, I don't want to go to college. And so every month I would come down here for a week, and I'd stay at my cousin's house, who was a publisher in Nashville, and I would sleep on his couch, and I would try to go out and meet people, meet some friends. And then I ended up moving here at 19 and did my second year of school online, and that was terrible.
Yeah.
But then when I moved here at 19, I was like, I know this is it. I started playing at Tootsie's and Rippy's and went down there. And
wow. I didn't know you did that.
Yeah, I did that for almost 2 years. And I remember my first number one party, I think it was Honeybee. Oh, yeah. And I was watching Blake Shelton. I didn't really understand what everybody did. And I saw this guy get on stage and just talking about songwriters, and it was Rusty. And I was like, man, I want to be with a guy like that. And it was like 2 weeks later, I was playing upstairs of Tootsie's, and in walked Rusty.
You knew the second he walked in?
100%.
Really?
I saw him in the back because it wasn't super full. And I was like, I'm going to turn it on. I'm going to get up on these speakers. I'm going to freaking crush this crap.
Because people think that when you're on stage that you can't see them. That is a strong misconception.
Oh, 100%.
You can see everything that goes on on stage.
Like right now, unless you're playing some big, festival and it's 10 o'clock at night and all the lights are in your eyes, you can't see past the 4th, 5th row.
Sure.
But I like that. You can see everything.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I saw people get knocked out. I saw people cheat on each other from the stage. Yeah. Saw a dude go to the bathroom. His wife hooked up with somebody, and then it was done with the time. It was crazy, man. I saw drugs.
Yeah, you can see it all.
Sold, bought, done. You can see it all from up there.
And so I remember when he walked in, he hung out at the bar, didn't look at me one time. And there was a trash can in front of the stage. He walked up, threw his beer in the trash right in front of me, didn't look at me, and walked right out.
For real.
For real. That was it. And that was like, okay, nobody's paying attention to what we're doing down here. I got to find a different way.
Somebody
to get it. So that was like my last, I quit almost in 2 weeks after that.
Really?
Yeah. Because
you did what you had left, and then we're like, I got to figure something else out.
something else out. I got to.
That is crazy.
Keep writing and get.
And it was correct.
100% it was correct.
Yeah.
So I always tell everybody that, because you can you can get real locked in down there because you start making money.
Sure.
And it's the first time you're making money.
Good money too, right?
Yeah.
You got rent. You got
rent. You got to pay for stuff. I mean, at that time it was, I think my rent was only $500, but that was a lot of money for a 19-year-old, to figure out and come up with.
For sure.
And so, so I started playing Tootsies and Rippies. And then about 2 years in, I ended up signing at 21 or 22 with Rusty.
So how did you circle back around to did you tell him that story?
Oh yeah. He still has no idea today.
Really?
And I've told him that story. But what happened was I played a Barbara Cloyd workshop at the Bluebird.
I remember Barbara.
You remember Barbara Cloyd? And it was a writer's workshop, and they would bring publishers in and sit and listen to songs. And all these people, it was like 50 people in Bluebird, and they all had demos, and I couldn't afford any demos. So I just went up on and played the songs in front of everybody with the
This is
guitar.
the way you're supposed to do it.
I was like, hey, this is all I know. I don't have any demos. And Janine Appleton at the time, which is now Ebach.
That's right.
Oh, wow.
She was underneath Rusty, and I didn't even know it, and I played a song. She's like, hey, I really like this song. And I remember that day I had to go back home to Illinois to play a cover gig, and you can't park in the parking lot at the Bluebird because it's so small. All of us in there, like 50, you have to park down at this church. So I had to leave early from the workshop, and Barbara was like, hey, Janine, on your way out, can you take Drew to the church? And I'm in the car with Janine, and she was like, hey, here's my card. I thought your songs were great, and you're a really great artist.
Wow.
Call me when you get new music. And so like a month, I'm thumping songs, and it's like a month later, I give her a call, and I'm like, hey, I got these songs. She's like, come in and play them for them. So I come in and play them for her.
So is this at this?
It's at This Music.
Okay.
Yeah. And she goes, I think you're great. I want you to meet my boss. And I go in and I walk in the boss, and it's Rusty.
Did you know it was him?
I didn't. No. And I walked in, I was like,
What a God thing.
oh my gosh, this is crazy. I remember sitting down. He's like, all right, play me something. I played something. And he was like, all right, well, not going to lie, you're better than I thought you were going to be. That was his first words to me. And I was like, all right, I take that as a compliment, I guess. And then, he's been my publisher for 12 years.
Wow.
And Janine, she signed me, and I was going to be her first sign. She left in 6 months after signing me. And Rusty's like, hey, I wouldn't have had you here if I didn't believe in you. He kind of took me under his wing. And, for those 12 years, I didn't have a hit for 11 of them.
Yeah.
Nothing. And he stuck with me the whole time.
Yeah, man, that's awesome.
And treated me like his brother and his best friend. And,
Wow.
And that's something I always told him, I'm never going to, as long as you're a publisher, you're going to be my publisher. There's no
Man,
doubt.
that's crazy, man.
Dang, that's awesome.
Yeah, wow.
So talk to me about the hit, man. How does that come about?
Yeah, that's a long story too. I had a record deal after being at Rusty for a while. I signed an independent little small label called Cold River Records. And it was like 2015, I signed a deal, and we put a couple singles out. None of them really worked. They all died in the 40s. And I took a year to write, and I wrote this song called She's Somebody's Daughter during that time after meeting my wife's dad, and kind of a message to myself. And we put it up on Spotify in 2019. And the same time, I remember singing the vocals for that day. And I remember thinking, this is my song that changes my life.
You remember thinking that?
I remember thinking that. And I went and sang the vocal on it. And I go out and sit in my car, and I pull up Country Air Check. And at the top of Country, and for everybody out there, Country Air Check kind of tells us, it's a big email blast that tells all artists, songwriters, business people what's going on in country music.
Right.
And at the top of it, it says, to Neil Towns, going to radio on a song called Somebody's Daughter. And I was like, you got to be freaking kidding me. This is my favorite song. Mine's called She's Somebody's Daughter. Hers is called Somebody's Daughter.
Right.
And I was like, well, I can't send that to radio now.
Don't something like that always happen? It feels
crazy.
It feels like something like that always happens.
It's like everybody's, when something happens in the world, everybody's, and it wasn't like her song was totally different than mine,
Right.
But I remember being like, well, she sent it to radio now. They put it out on Spotify, and it just sit there. And by the grace of God, looking back, talk about what a God moment, because my label closed in 3 months after putting that song up on Spotify. And it's like, well, we sent another song to radio, and the song it was called Middle of Nowhere Kids. And it got to 50, and they closed.
Wow.
And I was like, oh my gosh, like, what do I do? And it was always my favorite song. It was kind of upbeat back then. It was up tempo. The label really wanted to be up, sound like the radio. And me and my wife got married in 21. And I was like, she loved that song so much. I said, well, I'll go in and make a version where you can dance with it with your dad. And so I made this, me and Gordon Moat, amazing piano player.
Killer.
Me and him and a cello player went in and we done it in like a couple takes. Just sang it so she could dance to it with her dad.
Just for her.
Just for her wedding. And for our wedding.
For your
her
wedding.
Yeah. Her wedding.
But
it is her wedding.
It is her wedding.
Yeah. Just for
Love
our
you,
wedding.
baby. Love you, baby.
Yeah. That's what I'm making up for what I said to you.
Yeah, that's something you don't tell your wife is that it's your wedding. It's my wedding.
Yeah, it's definitely not my wedding. It's her wedding.
Yep.
So I remember I made this just for her, and she danced to it with her dad. And I remember hearing it for the first time and just crying because it hit me so differently than the upbeat version. It was just like I felt so much more emotion on it. And we were on our honeymoon, and I remember we were standing in line to get like ice, flavored ice or whatever that is. And I said, "Hey, babe, this line's a quarter mile long. Like, I'm gonna go make a TikTok in the car." And it's almost divorce right then. "Oh, you're gonna work while we're on honeymoon, huh?" And I was like, just this one thing. I said, "I just feel like this song is gonna hit people." Like, so I went and sat in this rental car and I posted it on TikTok, and I just said, "Hey, if you guys like this, I'll put it out." And I woke up. At this time, mind you, I lost my record deal. I lost my manager. I lost everything. I had 4 failed singles. Everything closed for me. It was 2021.
This is COVID.
That smells like the end. That's
It's
a
the end.
concoction for the
end.
For people who aren't listening.
Yeah,
Or who aren't in the business.
I've been in Nashville. I moved in 2011. I was in Nashville for 10 years at this time, and everybody giving up on me. My publishing, because this music got bought out by Sony.
That's right.
So I didn't have a publishing deal anymore because Rusty went to Sony and he was trying to figure out how to get me over there.
Yeah. Along with 8 or 9 other writers, he was trying to. That was the whole.
Yeah, that was a whole thing.
Yeah.
And so here I am, know nothing, and I post this song, and I wake up the next morning. I'll never forget it. We were in this little condo we rented out.
Where were y'all?
We were in Hawaii. My uncle had a timeshare, and he gave me the time. That was his present to us. He said, "If you can buy your flights there."
Big Island?
Big Island. Yeah.
Man, that's so
We
cool.
went to Maui on my honeymoon. All that place over there is paradise. Dude.
Oh, it's paradise.
It's paradise.
Yeah.
And I remember waking up the next morning. I didn't look at it anymore because I was like, I'm already pushing my limits, like posting this. So I woke up the next morning. I was like, I'm gonna hurry up and look at this before she wakes up. And dude, it had almost 10 million views.
Oh,
10 million.
gosh.
Yeah, it was like seven something million views
in a day.
in a day. And I jumped hundreds of thousands of followers in a day, overnight. And I remember being like, "Wake up, Kate! Like, look at this crap," and freaking out.
Heck yeah.
And I was playing people's backyards at this time because it was the only way I could play. And I remember landing from our honeymoon. I went out and I played 20 backyards in 19 days. And just me and my tour manager, we had a Sprinter van that I owned, and just driving around playing people's backyards. And all of us, it just started this trend on TikTok called the daughter trend. Some girl did after that day. The next day, she did a post where it was her, said, "Boys, listen to these lyrics." And she acted out every verse. She's more than just a pretty face sitting in a bar, jeans in a car.
Yeah.
And then the whole chorus was her growing up with her dad. And I watched this and I sobbed. So I just duetted. My first duet ever. I was like, "Hey guys, look at this. This is amazing." Well, that video got 8 million. And then every girl around the world started doing this trend.
Oh, so by then you're smoking.
It's smoking. It's doing numbers I ain't never seen. And it's like, I can't even keep up with how many videos are being made
I
on
bet
TikTok.
labels were burning you down.
0.
What?
0 labels called. 0.
What?
Yeah, exactly.
Millions of.
And I would go meet with them and they're like, "Yeah, but like, these TikTok things, we don't know how real they are."
Because it was so brand new.
Yeah, I mean, it was just like Priscilla Block just got a deal off her. Bailey's just coming around.
Kind of the first.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay,
Nate Smith.
okay.
Kind of
Yeah,
that first.
gotcha.
yeah,
Bailey
wave.
just put his first couple videos out. He's getting looked at by labels. But also think, like, I'm the guy that had 4 failed singles. All these other people are brand new. So they're all looking at the shiny thing being like, "Well, we'll take this." And I'm like, I can't blame them.
Bro, where were you, like, faith-wise in this? Like
Oh.
how dark did it get, for real?
It got dark, man. And luckily I had my wife next to me through all of this. And there would be a lot of times like, I don't know what I'm doing. Should I just be a songwriter? So I started reaching out to buddies and just like, "Hey man, I'll go out with you on the road and try to write songs." And yeah, it got real dark. A lot of conversations with God saying, "If you want me to keep doing this,
Open a door, man.
show me a sign."
No doubt.
And I had several of those conversations. Like when I lost my deal, I remember full on sitting on a couch, and we were at my wife's, she was just my girlfriend at the time, her apartment. She left, and I was sitting there and I was crying because I was like, I got this girl I want to marry. I'm broke. I don't know what to do. I can't do nothing.
Been there,
and I remember just full
dog.
on out loud talking, God, if you want me to do this, I need something right now. I gotta have, I need it.
Literally.
And I got goosebumps.
Me
I mean,
too,
you could
bro.
see it on my
Me
arms.
too, I've said
I was
it.
like, I need something.
I've been in the bottom of a boat, said the same thing.
And it was 10 seconds. I get a text from a radio. I mean, I'm goosed up.
10 seconds.
10 seconds. I get a text from a radio guy in St. Louis that said, hey, bro, I just want to say everything that you put out is amazing. I'm so sad that you lost your record deal. You keep going. You're going to end up having a career in this business.
Jeez.
And I'm crying. Like I'm almost crying right now because that, and I years later, I told him about that, how important that text was, and he didn't even know it. But it's weird how God uses people in that moment. And so, man, it was really, really dark, and it got really hard because, at this moment, fast forward a few years later, I'm still trying to do this because I heard that from God. Don't give up.
Yeah, man.
Keep doing this. You're going to figure it out. And so here I am, 2021, playing these backyards, songs ripping, doing crazy numbers. And then Bailey Zimmerman, my buddy who grew up 20 minutes from me, I brought him to Nashville. We started writing songs in my living room together. And I'm watching his, hey, he's calling me. Warner wants to meet. Universal wants to meet.
Yeah.
And I'm like so stoked for him. But on the inside, I'm also like, why don't they?
Sure, man.
What about me?
Yeah.
And what about
Totally natural feeling.
Yeah.
And now you got a little something to back it up. You got a song that's
working.
freaking blowing up.
And I would go meet with labels, and they'd be like, well, for us to sign you, we need to see this do 750,000 streams a week. And I was like, dude, it's out 4 months. It's got 16 million.
Yeah. Do
I was
the
like,
math.
It's $1 million a week. And they're like, oh my gosh. And then it would be like the
Wait a
Nashville no. They just not text you back. And the only thing I could think of was like I was damaged goods. Here's an artist, been in town for 10 years. Just like you said, you've seen me walking around here as a scroungy little kid for years. And
Forever.
like, hey, this guy's everybody knows me.
Yeah.
Like it never worked. Why would we jump in on this?
Right.
And so fast forward 2 years later, 2023, this song is still doing 1 million streams a week. And it's
After
still
2 years of being out.
Yeah. And it's still crushing on every post I do gets hundreds of thousands, millions of video made.
Yeah.
And here I am sitting and I'm like, I'm talking to a radio guy, buddy. He's like, what you got going on? I was like, man, everybody tells me to give up on this daughter song. I got to move on. I'm telling you, dude, there's something here and I just need a record deal. And he was like, well, why do you need a record deal?
And in your mind, it's to push the single.
It's to go to radio.
That's to
Radio.
For the listener, that's what a label does, right? In the minds of Nashville, in order to break through that barrier, you have to have that label help to do it, correct?
You have to have label promo staff to go to radio. And
otherwise, there's nobody to work
and
it.
especially right now in a time where radio is king, man. Still is.
Yeah.
And I think that's what I want to make sure the listener understands. You can't just take a song, like you can't just, anyway, you'll show that.
Yeah. Well, it was
You're not
just
supposed to.
Yeah, it's not. It
has never worked until now.
Hey, you have to have a label. They own radio.
Yeah.
They have the relationships, all this stuff.
Right.
I remember talking to this radio guy, and he was like, "You know everybody at radio. Call them, ask them to play it. Start your own staff." And I was like, you think this will work?" He was like, "Man," he's like, "I'll ride it with you." His name's Tim Richards. He was in Phoenix, and we just had a really good relationship. And so I just started calling radio. Everybody I had on my phone. I was like, "Look, have you heard this song, She's Somebody's Daughter?" They're like, "Oh yeah, we love it." And I was like, "I'm thinking I'm going to do it myself. I'm going to hire my own team." I said, because at this time labels were really making big changes here in Nashville. They were letting go of some of their radio folks at radio because they're backing down. Because right now what's happening in our business of music is writers make money at radio, labels do not. Labels make money at streaming because they own the master.
Right.
And so there's this big thing where labels are like, well, we're going to put all our chips in this streaming world. Let's let go of some of our radio people and we'll take less to radio and more to streaming.
That's right.
And so I saw all these people letting go of their radio staff. So I started calling radio people. So who would you hire? Who's some of your favorite people? And they gave me a list of names, and I started seeing the same names pop up. So I was like, send me the number. And I just cold call these people and be like, hey, I got a song. I'll pay you to send it to radio.
Come
with
on,
me.
man.
Help me with this.
Help me with this.
Come on.
And so I just created my own team,
Dang.
hired it by the streaming money that I was receiving from Daughter every month, and sent my own song to radio and was like, hey, I'm going to try this. And everybody's like, bro, you're crazy. What are you getting out of this? My manager's even sitting in here, and we were talking about that.
It's literally never happened before, right?
No,
like
this is the
literally
first time.
had never an independent artist taken a song.
It's for their first number one.
Okay.
So there was Garth Brooks did it with Pearl on his record label, considered after he had.
He is established.
This is established.
Garth
There's never
Brooks.
been an artist do it as their first number one. Garth Brooks did it, and I think Tracy Lawrence did it with Find Out Who Your Friends Are. And maybe Kenny Rogers. They all created their own record labels after they had success and millions of dollars.
But as far as out of the gate,
never happened.
yeah. I remember hearing that you were crazy.
Yeah.
I remember people saying,
I remember hearing.
You heard this?
I remember hearing.
You heard
there's-
what he's doing?
Yeah, there's no way it's gonna work.
And I remember hearing people say, nah, labels will shoot that down before it ever has the chance on the inside to ever go.
Yeah.
And so the songwriters in the town were like rooting our asses off. Everybody's like, yeah, get him.
Yeah, well, that's what was so cool is that it became, I had nobody, mind you, at this time, no manager, no label, no booking agent. I was running all of it. And I was running the label. You
were the label.
Yeah, every Monday we'd have calls, and I was like, all right, this is our strategy. This is the radio guy we're going to go after today. I'll call him. You work on this guy, I'll work on that guy, and let's try to figure this out, And
meanwhile, the song is steadily climbing or has not even entered.
Man, it took me, we sent it August 21st to radio, or August 23rd in 2023. And it didn't chart, boys. I mean, top 50 till January.
Wow.
It took me 6 months almost to get top 50. By chart, I mean top 50.
Just in the 50s.
In the 50s.
Yeah.
And so
that's
here
what
I am.
shows up on the list, by the way, 50 and up.
50 and up shows up on the list.
Right.
I am spending
every dime that comes in, probably.
Yeah, everything that comes in from streaming. I remember having conversations with God at 3 a.m. I have a little boy at this time. He's 6 months old.
My
He's
gosh.
laying in the middle of me and my wife. And my wife is on board 100%. She was like, I believe in you. I believe this has always been my favorite song. She goes, but don't tell me how much money we're spending. Just do what you got to do. And so I would be up at night knowing this month I've paid so many people to pull off what I needed to pull off. I've spent enough to put my son through college for a year. And I'm down in the kitchen, like pacing.
Every day, probably.
Every night, scared to death. And half the people I meet, I know they're like, dude, it's awesome what you're doing, but man, that's got to be hard, and there's no real person that's in my shoes in this moment.
Oh,
Terrifying, but
there's nobody to talk to about it either.
There's nobody to talk to. I would talk to Tim Richards, the radio guy that said, do this. And he was with me all through it all. And I remember my wife coming down and being like, hey, remember why you're doing this.
For sure.
The message of this song is important.
Jeez.
Treat women right. And I would just, I'm almost crying now. I'd be like, you're right.
That tears me up.
It's not, she's like, every person that hears this song is another person that needs to hear it. And no matter how far we get, you're doing everything that you can to do that. And
that's the support every man needs in his life. That
Ain't
right
no
there.
doubt.
yeah.
And the conviction too.
100%. And there'd be times that she'd come down and, she'd be like, what are we doing? And I'd be like, remember what you told me?
Remember you said,
Yeah.
we're still doing that?
You're still doing that.
Yeah.
So, it took me 5 months to get top 50. And I remember just coming up with plans, like Dallas just straight up told me, like, we're never going to play this song. And,
Did they have a reason?
And they'd be like, first off, you're not in a major. We have all these majors calling us every day.
Right.
And secondly, it's a ballad. I
I didn't even think about that. That's another strike against you.
What's the reason for us to play this?
Huh.
And I would show up all the numbers. And finally, what I learned in this process is radio relies on testing so much. What they do is your songs that we write every day are judged by 12 seconds. And what they do is they send it out, their top 40 playlist, to 400, 500 people that listen to them, as they're called P1 listeners.
I know nothing about this.
And they write down
what 12
they think.
seconds they liked?
You have to give them the 12-second hook.
So what? You give them the hook.
Yeah, or they pick the hook. Radio will pick the hook.
Well, sheesh.
Yeah, and so a lot of these times I would get bad research or whatever. I'd be like, "What part are you playing?" And they'd say, "Oh, this part of the second verse." I'm like, no,
play
take
this 12 seconds.
So I would created my own hook and be like, start of the chorus. And so I learned that.
What 12 seconds? What were you playing?
It was right at the start. She's somebody's daughter. She's somebody's everything. Because that's what was TikTok. That's what everybody was ripping on TikTok. So it was in their head. And how they judge is radio just wants to play familiar stuff. They want people to love it, but it needs to be, to get in top 20 and all that stuff, it needs to be 80% familiar, 90% familiar, because they don't want people to turn if they don't know it. Sure. Which I get.
Yeah.
And so I remember telling Dallas, just test it. Don't even play it. And if it tests better than anything you're playing, play it. And if it doesn't, don't ever play it. Mm-hmm. And it took me weeks and weeks and weeks to get them to try to test it. Cause they're like, hey, we got all these other songs that we're actually playing. We want to see how good they're doing. And I was like, well, if you ever get a spot, our team was like, if you ever get a spot, just test it. And finally they put it and test it. Just so everybody knows out there, Dallas is like one of the stations everybody looks at in the whole world. It's a big one. It's top 5 station. The guy that runs it is very, important. Like a lot of people respect him.
Cat.
Yeah, influential cat. And so he tested it, and he called the guy on my team back that week and said, it tested so high, it's a fluke. I got to retest.
No way.
And then 2 weeks later, he called back and he said, I haven't played this song one time. It's my number 2 song on my whole list.
Jeez.
I got to immediately start playing this in medium. And I was like, let's go to everybody in the country. Yeah. Tell them to test it, So,
because now this guy's doing it. So why? Yeah.
And so then we could share that. Be like, hey, this is number 2 in Dallas.
Right.
And then it was like, hey, this is number 1 in Houston. Hey, and it was just like.
Did you just see the ball start rolling?
I mean, that's the ball right there.
It just started rolling down a hill. And here I am, nothing.
Yeah.
We ended up getting top 20. And it just, once we got to 50, it moved, or 30, top 20, it just cooked because everybody started testing. It was the biggest testing song that they had. And so everybody started really paying attention. And I remember being top 10 with no label, no manager, no booking agent, and being like,
playing backyards.
Look what the frick we're doing.
Yeah, for sure. Oh,
everybody was like that. Everybody around town was saying the same thing.
And it was just
haters. You had hate. I remember there was some little hate rolling around. And and then I remember
always going to be.
Yeah, always going to be. If you're doing anything correctly.
If you're doing what is on your heart and doing what you're supposed to be doing, there were
some naysayers, and then there were some guys. I specifically remember talking to a radio guy. I won't say who it is, but was like, "No, we're making it happen. We're making it happen because this guy deserves this." I remember exactly who it was, and I was like, "Well, good for y'all, man." Because as a writer, we don't have any real.
No, but I remember about then, top 20, top 15, the whole town coming around me.
Yeah.
I had nothing, but I had the whole community. Even other label reps were calling me, telling me, hey, bro, come to my office. Let's help you game plan.
Wow. That's so sick.
Let's sit down. And radio calling me is like, hey, we got your back. Writers saying, bro, we're rooting for you. Everything shifted hey, what you're doing is breaking a barrier for us.
Sure.
And it became.
It did.
A monumental moment because now Low Cash had a number 1 as an independent artist, and I think Chris Jansen started his own thing, and all these other artists are starting their own thing, and people are calling me of can we send these songs to radio? And as writers, we need that.
Right.
We need songs on radio.
Absolutely.
For so long, it was a barrier that could never be broken. And now I think it's hey, we did it.
Possible.
It's proven. Yeah. You need a hit song. You need a song that's going to move some mountains, but it can be done. And so that's what really fired me up was there was nobody, but by the end, we had the whole town rooting us on from labels to everything and being like, hey, I remember because, it's all when you first started talking about this, labels, you said labels weren't going to let me in.
Right.
They were going to own that.
Right.
But then they were like, no, let's let him get it, and then I I had a guy that hired, and you talked to other labels about who's going for number ones this week, who's going number ones that week.
Just try to find your slot.
Try to find your slot of like, well, when can I squeeze in and hopefully tell all the labels, hey, we're going to tell all radio, this is our week. Y'all gather around us.
Cool? Are we good?
Cool? Is everybody good?
Wow.
Figuring that out was very like a whole new thing for me, being on those conversations.
I imagine so.
You know, because you're talking to heads of all these labels.
They kind of control country music a little bit.
Yeah. I mean, the bigwigs.
Commercial country,
and we're trying to be in that.
Can you play something? Can you give us a little bit of it?
Oh, yeah.
Just a tiny little touch, just so our listener hears it. I want you to show me where the 12 seconds was that you sent them to. I know it's 9 a.m.
Yeah. She's somebody's daughter. She's somebody's everything. She's somebody's little girl, even if she's grown up and moved away. She's somebody's whole world. She's somebody's baby. And if you don't treat her right, hers won't be the only heart you're breaking. She's somebody's daughter. Yeah, man.
Get out of here.
Dude, let's go.
Get out of here. What a beautiful story.
Man,
all right, give us
that's
when it went.
inspirational,
So
man.
when it went, where were you when it went?
Man, this is a crazy story, too. I remember a month out, I was running this label, so I was on calls with West Coast.
You're
to
probably
East Coast.
exhausted.
I'm exhausted, and my wife's exhausted.
But at this time, you can see the light.
We're seeing the light, but I remember my wife coming to me a month or two out
You got a 6-month-old too.
at this moment. Yeah, well, I mean, he's a little older now. He's about, because it took us
about
a full year.
Probably a year.
Dang.
He's a year and a half.
old.
We sent this
I didn't
August
think about
21st,
that.
and it ended up going number one August 26th. And I remember being in June or July, and my manager's here now, so he could probably attest to this. My wife goes into my calendar all the time and puts Drew off, and everybody can see it because she's like, Drew, I remember her coming to me a month or 2 months out and be like, hey, this week, 2 months from now, I'm putting you off that whole week. I don't know what we're going to do.
Yeah.
We're going to find something. We're going to go for. We're going to
But
go
we ain't
do it.
doing this.
We ain't doing this. You ain't going to be on the phone. You ain't going to be playing radio shows.
Sure.
It's going to be Drew off. So she went in my calendar 2 months out and put Drew off. And that was the week we went number one.
No way.
Oh, dude.
Swear on everything. He's over here nodding his head. That was the week we went number one. We were on a beach together in Destin, Florida.
Get out of here, man.
And that was such like a God affirming moment of like,
For sure.
hey, this is my wife that believed in all this. And she picked
That's just cherry on top,
she
dude.
picked the week
Yeah,
that I
that's
knew
it.
that I needed to be off to enjoy it.
That's sick.
And so we spent
You're sitting on a beach with it going number one.
sitting on a beach going number one, and everybody's dude, you did it, you did it. And I just celebrated with my wife. And it was just like
That's nuts. That's
the
a crazy
craziest.
story.
That's
That was
freaking
one of
awesome.
the most craziest parts of all of it.
Yeah.
You know?
Jeez, man. Congratulations
Dude, that's
on
inspiring.
that, dude.
Oh, man.
Yeah, man.
Thanks,
You
guys.
broke down barriers, man, for a lot of folks that had no hope, you know, but could still go, okay, I can still do this.
What I think was so cool in all this is it felt pretty selfish for a while of like, you know,
Sure.
here I got this little boy and I'm spending this money for my dream and, you know, my thing. But then when we got top 15, top 20, man, all the independent artists started reaching out. Like, hey, bro, I was going to give up. I saw you. I'm not giving up.
Wow.
How many, then we went number one, and how many people reached out was like, bro, I want to do that. Like, can you talk to me on the phone? Tell me how you did it. Yeah, I'm an open book.
Yeah.
Let me
Nothing to
walk-
hide.
Nothing to hide. Let me tell you how we did it. Let me tell you how I went through. And now I think back on that, and I hope, and maybe God has a plan for this, is how many independent artists that we gave them a little fire. That
Yeah.
we
Oh,
now
absolutely has a plan for it, man.
one day we're going to hear their songs.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and that's how he works, right? Like he takes, one thing that you're doing that he's convicted you with and is spreading it like wildfire throughout, a generation of country music and country artists and using it for your sake, but as well as using it for their sake. And
I mean, arguably, that's a country music miracle, dude.
absolutely.
For real. To be able to just take a song, fight with these people for a long time, to the point that they eventually
Bro,
start rooting for
it's
you.
country music David and Goliath, bro.
It is.
I mean,
I would tell everybody that on the calls, like, bro, we're David.
yeah, man.
You know, we are
Songs the stone, dude.
And the guy that helped me run this team, and until this day, which is so cool, I've kept them on, like my staff.
You've been able to keep them
And, you know, they help me work tough people.
Yeah.
I still have my little label. And now this label that I've created is working Hard Fought Hallelujah by Jelly Roll and Brandon Lake to country radio.
Dude.
And so my team is working this song talking about God
That's how God works.
That is so
to
cool.
country radio. And we just broke top 40
That's awesome.
on Billboard last week.
Man, good for you, dude.
And
That's
so it's
that's
just, I remember that guy that ran it would always be like, man, you always talk, because not that he wasn't a believer, but I'd always say, dude, there's something divine touching this. And every week we wouldn't get an ad or whatever, an ad would happen. And by an ad, I mean a station would add our song, just for listeners out there.
Yeah.
And he'd be like, man, I don't know. You keep talking, there's something divine on this, because it just keeps going. And I don't know how this should not work, but it is. I was like, I know it.
Yeah, man. That's incredible.
Dude, that's so great, man. So what's next for you? What you got? What you got coming up?
So I am working on a brand new record, and we're putting out Monday. I spent till 2 a.m. working on a music video with another artist who I absolutely love named Emily Ann Roberts, and
she's great.
we're putting a duet out together.
Nice.
I don't know when this podcast is going to air, but it comes
Next
out
week, I think.
July
Tuesday.
25th.
This one's the next Tuesday. Okay.
Yeah, so it comes out July 25th. So it's not out yet. Is that
Right.
It's out Friday.
It's out Friday.
That's how we should say it.
It's out
You'll get
Friday.
it Friday.
You'll get it Friday. Yeah. So we
man.
just started teasing it, and we're revealing who's actually on it today, because we've been saying who's singing it. Who's singing
Wait,
it.
you mean
So-
today is in today?
Today.
What?
So,
It'll be last week.
So last
today.
week, as people are listening.
Yeah, last week as people are listening. This will already be known
This
that
is
it's
blowing
Emily Ann
people's
Roberts.
mind. They're like, you guys don't do this. This isn't live.
Yeah, sorry about that. But no, so it'll be out Friday in y'all's terms, July 25th. And then after that, we're going to be putting out some songs all year. And one song I'm really fired up about that I wanted to talk on this podcast about that we're going to put out is a hunting song for in middle September. It's going to be all based around hunting. And,
Come on.
And my, talking to my dad about going hunting. And
So wait, it's coming out in September?
it's going to be coming out in
'Cause I was
September.
going to make you play it, but if it's coming out in September, we probably can't do that.
No, I'll tell you, it's called Call Me If You Get One.
Okay.
And my dad used to say that to me all the time.
Yeah.
And I actually didn't even write this song. Jordan Walker pitched it to me.
Yeah.
And said, dude, I don't know if this hits you. And it was everything that my dad
That's awesome.
used to call
man.
me.
That's awesome.
And then my grandpa would do the same, and now hope to do it one day with my little boy.
For sure.
And so I think everybody on this, you'll really like it. So be on the lookout for that.
Oh,
It's
man, I'm
it's a whole
excited.
hunting song based
Yeah.
off family, which
Yeah.
is cool.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that's great.
Dude, that's great.
Jeez.
That's so awesome, man. It's still like seems to me, even through that whole process, that like the fire is even intensifying even more after it's kind of like that feels like the climax, right? Like taking a song to number one, never been done before. It's kind of like, oh man, I can chill after that. But it almost seems like you've got like this thing about you now that's like even more on fire to keep going.
Man, yeah. And I think there for so long, I was in town for 13 years before number one. And it starts, and you guys know this as songwriters, where you start feeling like, maybe I ain't good enough. maybe this will never work. Maybe my songs suck.
Yeah.
And that was the moment when I was like, I'm not an idiot. Like what I'm making does matter. And it put me on fire to be like, okay,
You recognized your worth.
I recognized it a little bit, but I also recognized the kind of songs that I need to be making. And, we put out Tough People, which got top 10, which was super exciting.
Yeah.
And that was another song that was a big message statement. And it's like, God kind of gave me this second chance, and I just want to honor that. And so the songs that we're putting out, there's a lot of big ideas that's going to be on this record. And hopefully before the end of the year, we'll pick another song and go to radio with it.
Yeah.
But right now, I'm so on fire. Since we went number one, if you would have told me when I sent this song to radio, I keep talking about Alex, my manager sitting over here, when we decided to take this to radio, all I wanted was a top 40.
Mm-hmm.
That was my dream.
Yeah.
And then now we went in a year and a half, we went number one, Went out on tour with Cody Johnson. We're out on tour with Bailey Zimmerman all summer. I got my first bus. I got a second top 10.
Let's go, dude.
And I'm
Let's
just like,
go.
we're sitting back and we're like, man, what a dream this is.
And that's why you're investing what you invested to get it to go, because that just having number one opens those doors.
Everything. And I remember getting on the bus, and still to this day, we talk about, we played Bridgestone. I remember sitting on the stage at Bridgestone in February, opening for Cody Johnson. And I looked at him and I said, we wouldn't be here without the chance.
No.
You 100%. We wouldn't have been
100%.
here without taking that. Would be like, you know what? Screw it. We're going to take the chance to send daughter to radio.
100%.
Without that, we're not standing in the middle of Bridgestone where I used to play across the street at Rippy's, trying to get people to give me $5, you know? And so it's like, sometimes for everybody listening, just take the chance.
Come on, man.
It's
great,
something on
man.
your heart, go do it.
It's great,
so
man.
good.
Gosh, it's so great. I can't believe it's been an hour and a half. It's been an hour and
Dude, it's
15
so
minutes.
good, man.
Sorry, y'all.
I
We're
just
talking.
sit there. No, it's
That was awesome.
incredible.
Yeah, that was
incredible.
awesome,
It just
man.
keeps goes the story that keeps giving too, man. There's so much in there to digest, dude. Well, man, we're rooting for you, bro.
Thanks,
Congratulations on what
Congrats
you've
on all of
done,
it.
and man, we're rooting for you.
Thank you guys. Thanks so much for having
You
me.
deserve it, man. You came up gigging, and man, you got a deep well to draw from.
Oh, well, thanks, boys. And hopefully there's more to come. Let's get in the writing room. Let's write us
Let's do. I'm ready.
I'm
Shit,
in.
ready.
I'm
Let's
in.
do it.
All right, we do
All
a
right,
thing.
all right.
We do a Graverett song.
I love it.
Yeah. We kind of talked about this earlier a little bit before the camera started rolling.
Yeah.
What is it for you, DB?
Man.
Drew Baldridge?
Yeah. Growing up, Josh Turner was one of my favorite artists. And when I played the Opry for the first time, I told everybody a story about how Josh was my favorite artist. We always used to, so when my voice changed, I always thought it was cool. I could sing low. I could never sing as low as Josh Turner, but I sang Your Man on the Josh Turner stage, on the Grand Ole Opry stage.
Might as well be the Josh Turner stage.
Yeah, 100%.
he's so good on there.
He's incredible. But he came out on stage and surprised me
Yeah, that's so cool.
and sang this with me.
See,
And so it's Your
at a
Man.
G, at a G.
Yep. There you go. Oh, you're giving us a little intro.
Little lick, dude.
Look at this fella.
Come on, man. I'm a pro.
All right. Baby, lock the door and turn the lights down low. And put some music on it soft and slow. Baby, we ain't got no place to go. I hope you understand. Well, I've been thinking about this all day long. Ain't never felt a feeling quite this strong. I can't believe how much it turns me on just to be your man. Ain't nobody ever loved nobody the way that I love you. We're alone now. You don't know how long I wanted to. Lock the door and turn the lights down low. And put some music on it soft and slow. Baby, we ain't got no place to go. I hope you understand.
Drew Baldridge in the house, man.
Yes, sir.
Did you crush
yes,
playing
sir.
that? I love it. Like you played it your whole life right there.
Well, we warmed it up a little bit.
Bro,
earlier
we
to
got
help
you a
out.
little gift for
Oh,
coming on the
man,
show,
thank you,
man.
guys.
Yeah, pull them out.
You
pull
know, they
them
might
out,
be
pull
in
them
your
out.
size. You
Pull
know.
them out,
Let's
man.
go.
Pull
Let's
them
go.
out,
Let's check them
man.
out.
Check them out.
To Covis.
Yeah.
Boy, look at this. They even put them in nice
got
bags.
a bags.
They're
I know,
not.
dude.
They smell good too. You need to smell them. Stick your nose in there.
Oh, man, you can smell them. These are nice. Thanks, guys.
Yeah, thanks for coming on, dude.
welcome.
Heck yeah, dude. Thank
DB,
you.
we're rooting for you. We appreciate you coming on. You're awesome. This was great.
Yeah,
Your
dude.
song's awesome. Keep
Looks
keep
like
doing
somebody
it.
shot a broadhead through there.
That does look like a broadhead.
If there's any
I've been
holes
using
in
this
them,
as a target
we'll
practice.
take them back.
Yeah,
It would be a nice sit-up target.
He's like tuning it.
I love it.
Thanks for listening, Drew Baldridge.
Thanks for having me.
Man, he's awesome. Keep rolling, and we'll keep supporting our
Yeah,
buddy.
check him out this fall. He's on the road with
We're out with Bailey Zimmerman. We're hitting the fall again in September with Cody Johnson.
there you go. Find
music,
him out
music out this Friday.
there. That's right. Appreciate y'all. Thanks for hanging out in God's
Thanks.
country.
See you.
Check you out next time.
Yeah.